Now, this is the account of how civilized man was brought about. How by a secret of Enki, Adapa and Titi in the Eden were brought forth. By the proliferation of the earthlings, Enki was pleased. Enki was worried, the lot of the Anunnaki was greatly eased. Their discontent was diminished. By the proliferation, the Anunnaki shunned toil. The workers as serfs were becoming. For 7 shars, the Anunnaki's lot was greatly eased. Diminished was their discontent. By the proliferation of the earthlings, what by itself was growing for all insufficient was. In 3 more shars of fish and fowl, there was a shortage. By what itself grows, Anunnaki and earthlings did not satiate. In his heart, Enki, a new undertaking, was scheming. To create a civilized man in his heart he conceived. Grains that are sown by them to be cultivated. Ewes that become sheep, let them shepherd. In his heart, Enki, a new undertaking, was scheming. How this to attain he contemplated. The primitive workers in the Abzu he for this scheme observed. The earthlings in the Eden, in the cities, and in the orchards he considered. What could for the tasks make them suited? What by the life essence has not been combined? The offspring of the earthlings he observed. An alarming matter he noticed. By their repeated copulations, back toward their wild forebears they were degraded. Enki in the marshlands looked about. On the rivers he sailed and observed. With him was only Easymood, his vizier, whose secrets kept. On the river's bank, bathing and frolicking, earthlings he noticed. 2 females among them were wild with beauty. Firm were their breasts. Their sight the phallus of Enki caused to water. A burning desire he had. Shall I not kiss the young ones? Enki, his vizier Easymood, was asking. I the boat will hither row. Kiss the young ones, Easymood to Enki was saying. The boat thereto Easymood directed. From the boat to dry land Enki stepped. A young one to him Enki called. A tree fruit she to him offered. Enki bent down. The young one he embraced. On her lips he kissed her. Sweet were her lips. Firm with ripeness were her breasts. Into her womb he poured his semen. In a mating he knew her. Into her womb she took the holy semen. By the semen of the Lord Enki she was impregnated. The second young one to him Enki called. Berries from the field she him offered. Enki bent down. The young one he embraced. On her lips he kissed her. Sweet were her lips. Firm with ripeness were her breasts. Into her womb he poured his semen. In a mating he knew her. Into her womb she took the holy semen. By the semen of the Lord Enki she was impregnated. With the young ones stay. Whether pregnancies come about ascertain. So was Enki to his vizier Easymood saying. Easymood by the young ones sat down. By the 4th count their bulges appeared. By the 10th count, the 9th having been completed, the first one squatted and birth gave. By her a male child was born. The second one squatted and birth gave. By her a female child was born. At dawn and dusk, which a day delimit, on the same day the 2 were born. The gracious ones, dawn and dusk, thereafter in legends they were known. In the 93rd shar, the 2, by Enki fathered, in the Eden were born. Word of the births, Easymood to Enki quickly brought. By the births, Enki was ecstatic. Whoever such a thing has ever known? Between Anunnaki and Earthling, conception was attained. Civilized man I have brought into being. To his vizier Easymood, Enki instructions gave. A secret must my deed remain. Let the newborns by their mothers be suckled. Thereafter into my household them bring. Among the bulrushes and reed baskets have I them found. Thus to all you will say, By their mothers were the newborns suckled and nurtured. To Enki's household in Eridu thereafter Izimud them brought. Among the bulrushes and reed baskets have I them found. So did Izimud to all say. Ninki to the foundlings a liking took. As her own children she raised them. Adapa, the foundling, the boy she called. Titi, one with life, the girl she named. Unlike all other earthling children, the twosome were. Slower to grow up than earthlings they were. Much quicker in understanding they were. With intelligence they were endowed. Of speaking with words capable they were. Beautiful and pleasant was the girl. With her hands she was greatly dexterous. Ninki, the spouse of Enki, to Titi took a liking. All manner of crafts she was her teaching. To Adapa, Enki himself teachings gave. How to keep records he was him instructing. The achievements with pride Enki to Izimud was showing. A civilized man have I brought forth, to Izimud he was saying. A new kind of earthling from my seed has been created, in my image and after my likeness. From seed they food will grow, from ewes sheep they will shepherd. Anunnaki and earthlings henceforth shall be satiated. To his brother Enlil Enki word sent. From Nibiru Ki to Eridu Enlil came. In the wilderness a new kind of earthling has come forth. To Enlil Enki was saying, quick of learning they are. Knowledge and craftwork to them can be taught. Let us from Nibiru seeds that are sown bring down. Let us from Nibiru use that sheep become to earth deliver. Let us the new breed of earthling farming and shepherding teach. Let Anunnaki and earthlings together satiated be. So was Enki to Enlil saying. Akin to us Anunnaki in many ways indeed they are. Enlil to his brother said, a wonder of wonders it is. In the wilderness by themselves to have come about? Izimud was summoned. Among the bulrushes and reed baskets I them found, he said. Enlil the matter with graveness pondered. With amazement his head he shook. Indeed, a wonder of wonder it is. A new breed of earthling on earth has emerged. A civilized man has the earth itself brought forth. Farming and shepherding, crafts and tool making, he can be taught. So was Enlil to Enki saying, let us of the new breed to Anu word send. Of the new breed word to Anu on Nibiru was beamed. Let seed that can be sown, let ewes that sheep become, to earth be sent. So did Enki and Enlil to Anu the suggestion make. By civilized man, let Anunnaki and earthlings become satiated. Anu the words heard, by the words he was amazed. That by life essences one kind to another leads is not unheard of. To them words back he sent, that on earth a civilized man from the Adamu so quickly appeared, that is unheard of. For sowing and husbanding great numbers are needed, perchance the beings to proliferate are unable. While the savants on Nibiru the matter contemplated, in Eridu occurrences of import took place. Adapa, in mating, Titi knew. Into her womb he poured his semen. There was conception, there was birth-giving. To twins, 2 brothers, Titi gave birth. Word of the birth to Anu on Nibiru was beamed. The twosome for conception are compatible. Proliferation by them can occur. Let seeds that are sown, use that sheep become, to earth be delivered. Let on earth farming and shepherding begin. Let us all be satiated. So did Enki and Enlil to Anu on Nibiru say. Let Titi in Eridu remain, the newborns to suckle and nurture. Let Adapa, the earthling, to Nibiru be brought. So did Anu his decision declare. By the decision Enlil was not pleased. Whoever of this would have thought? That by a primitive worker fashioning, like us the being would become, with knowledge endowed between heaven and earth will travel, on Nibiru's the water of long life he will drink, the food of long life eat. Like one of us Anunnaki shall the one of earth become. So was Enlil to Enki and the other leaders saying. By the decision of Anu, Enki too was not pleased. Sullen was his face, after Anu had spoken. After Enlil had spoken, with Enlil his brother Enki agreed. Indeed, who of this would have thought? So to the others did Enki say. The brothers sat and contemplated. Ninmah with them was also deliberating. The command of Anu cannot be avoided. To them she said, Let Adapa by our young ones to Nibiru be accompanied, his fright to diminish. To Anu things explain. So did Enki to the others say, Let Ningishzida and Dumuzi his companions be. By the way, Nibiru for the first time with their eyes also see. By Ninmah was the suggestion favored. Our young ones on earth born of Nibiru are forgetting. Its life cycles by those of earth are overwhelmed. Let the two sons of Enki, as yet unmarried, to Nibiru also travel. Perchance brides there for themselves they shall find. When the next celestial chamber from Nibiru did arrive in Sapar, Elibret, a vizier of Anu, from the chamber stepped off. I have come to fetch the earthling Adapa. So to the leaders he said. The leaders to Elibret Adapa presented. Titi and her sons to him they also showed. Indeed, in our image and after our likeness they are. So did Elibret say. To Elibret, Ningishzida and Dumuzi, the sons of Enki, were presented. To accompany Adapa on his journey they have been selected. To him Enki said, Anu, his grandchildren to see, will be pleased. So did Elibret say. To hear instructions, Enki Adapa to him summoned. To Adapa thus he said, Adapa, to Nibiru, the planet whence we had come, you will be going. Before Anu, our king, you will come. To his majesty you will be presented. Before him you shall bow. Speak only when asked. To questions short answers give. New clothing you will be given, the new garments put on. A bread on earth not found, they to you will give. The bread is death, do not eat. In a chalice an elixir to drink, they to you will give. The elixir is death, do not drink. With you, Ningishzida and Dumuzi, my sons, will journey. To their words hearken, and you shall live. So did Enki Adapa instruct. This I shall remember, Adapa said. Enki, Ningishzida, and Dumuzi summoned. To them a blessing and advice he gave. Before Anu the king, my father, you are coming. To him you shall bow and homage pay. By princes and nobles do not be coward. Of them you are the equals. To bring Adapa back to earth is your mission. By Nibiru's delights be not charmed. This we shall remember, Ningishzida and Dumuzi said. His young one, Dumuzi, Enki embraced. On the forehead he kissed him. The wise one, Ningishzida, Enki embraced. On the forehead he kissed him. A sealed tablet in the hand of Ningishzida, unseen, he placed. To my father Anu this tablet, in secret, you shall give. So did Enki to Ningishzida say. Then the two with Adapa to Sapar departed. To the place of the celestial chariots they went. To Elibrat, Anu's vizier, the three of them themselves presented. To Ningishzida and Dumuzi the garb of Ajiji was given. Like celestial eagles they were dressed. As for Adapa, his unkept hair was shaven. A helmet as that of an eagle he was given. Instead of his loincloth, a tight-fitting vestment he was made to wear. Between Ningishzida and Dumuzi, inside that which ascends, he was placed. When the signal was given, the celestial chariot roared and shuddered. In fright did Adapa cower and cry out, The eagle without wings is soaring. Upon his sides, Ningishzida and Dumuzi their arms placed. With soothing words they him calmed. When 1 league aloft they were borne, upon the earth they glanced out. Its lands they saw, by seas and oceans into parts separated. When 2 leagues aloft they were, the ocean to a tub grew smaller. The land was the size of a basket. When 3 leagues aloft they were, again they cast a glance whence they had departed. The earth was now a small ball, by a sea of darkness in the vastness swallowed. Once again Adapa agitated was. He cowered and cried out. "Take me back," he shouted. Ningishzida his hand on the neck of Adapa put. In an instant was Adapa quiet. When they on Nibiru landed, there was much curiosity. The children of Enki on earth born to see, even more so an earthling to encounter. A being from another world on Nibiru has arrived, so were the crowds shouting. With Ilabrat to the palace they were taken to be washed and with perfumed oils anointed. Fresh and befitting garments they were given. Heeding Enki's words, Adapa the new clothing did put on. In the palace nobles and heroes milled about. In the throne room princes and counselors gathered. To the throne room by Ilabrat they were led, Adapa behind him, then the 2 sons of Enki. In the throne room before Anu the king they bowed. From his throne Anu stepped forward. My grandsons, he cried out. He hugged Dumuzi, he hugged Ningishzida. With tears in his eyes he embraced them, he kissed them. To his right Dumuzi he bade to be seated. On his left Ningishzida sat. Then Ilabrat to Anu the earthling Adapa presented. Does he our speech understand? Anu the king of Ilabrat inquired. Indeed he does. By the Lord Enki was he taught. Ilabrat so answered. Come hither, Anu to Adapa said. What is your name and your occupation? Forward Adapa stepped. Again he bowed. Adapa is my name, of the Lord Enki a servant. So did Adapa in words speak. His speaking great amazement was causing. A wonder of wonders on earth has been attained, Anu declared. A wonder of wonders on earth has been attained, all the assembly shouted. Let there be a celebration. Let us our guests thus welcome, Anu was saying. To the banquet room, Anu all who were assembled led. To the laden tables he happily gestured. At the laden tables, bread of Nibiru Adapa was offered. He did not eat it. At the laden table, elixir of Nibiru Adapa was offered. He did not drink it. By this Anu the king was puzzled, was offended. Why has Enki to Nibiru this ill-mannered earthling sent? To him the celestial ways reveal. Come now, Adapa. To Adapa, Anu said, why did you neither eat nor drink, our hospitality rejected? My master the Lord Enki commanded me, the bread do not eat, the elixir do not drink. So did Adapa, the king Anu, answer. How odd is this thing, Anu was saying. For what has Enki from an earthling our food and elixir prevented? He asked Ilabrat, he asked Dumuzi. Ilabrat the answer knew not. Dumuzi could not explain. He asked Ningishzida. Perchance in this lies the answer. Ningishzida to Anu said, the secret tablet that he carried hidden to Anu the king he then gave. Puzzled was Anu. Anu was concerned. To his private chamber he went, the tablet to decipher.